Hope this PPT is visible to everyone.
It's visible.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So just wanted to add some more thing into my some more feather into my bucket, and that was I'm a PL300 certified, and it was certified by Microsoft in Power BI. I am TensorFlow certified. I'm IBM certified data scientist. And in addition to this, yes, right now I'm just have appeared for DP 900 certification. And if I talk about the number of headcounts, so yes, I'll not be surprising if I say that I have trained more than 15,000 people. I have given a lot of training in B2B also, like I have provided training in the Sonata software, HCL, the Virtue, EXL, Deloitte. So these are, and many more. So I have provided some training as a B2B over there also. Yes. So still I'm fortunate to, that now onwards I'm going to interact with these lovely people and learned people as a trainer. Okay. So, this, so I'll be just, today I'll be taking 1 hour approximately. So this session, I just want to make a bit interactive, because don't consider me as a trainer over here. I'm considering myself as a co-learner. So when I talk about the data science or data analysis or any other technology, just wanted to know from your side that why this data science is becoming so popular. I cannot limit this data scientist scope in the Middle East, Asia, or the US or the India. So right now, those who are into the IT industry, those who are not into the IT industry, everybody want to learn this data science. Yes. So the question is that what is data science? What is the purpose of using it? So anyone, can you tell us what is your opinion? What is this data science? Anyone? All right. Okay. So, simple.
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Data science is using scientific method and mathematics and statistics into the field of data.
All right. And what is the purpose of this, friend? What is the purpose of this?
Yeah, the purpose of data, this data, because now the data is called everything, and the data
Yeah,
will be so powerfully used. Data science is used for making data utilization in all the field, all the industry, so powerful that it can leverage the business benefits and various other advantages right now. Okay, so with data is useful, and it will be very useful in terms of using all the historical data, current data to ensure how to handle the future.
awesome explanation, sir. Awesome explanation. So anyone else who want to add something or they have their own opinion? Anyone else?
Yes, I think the data science is becoming one of the leading tools to be using in artificial intelligence, and especially for the Power BI for analytic purposes, especially in comes with the decision making. They call it like AI-driven decision. So I believe everything is now linked with the data science, and the having the data itself. It's coming like a asset for using as a tool and information for multi-purpose in AI.
100% agreed. So anyone else, would you like to add something, or should I tell my opinion? Yeah. All right. So can I tell me, guys, that see, whatever business we are running on this planet, whatever business we are running on this earth, the purpose is to what? So we'll have certain business objective, and the business objective could be what? Either I want to maximize my profit, or I want to maximize my sales, or I want to maximize my customer satisfaction, And when I'm talking about the customer satisfaction, so somewhere also I can say that I want to minimize customer churn. Yes. And yes, I can also say that I want to maximize my quality. I'm not saying, my dear friends, that these are the only objective for which our business roams around. These are some primary objective for which our companies are doing a lot of, analysis. Our companies are putting a lot of efforts. So the purpose is what? The purpose is to attain the business objective. And just for this purpose, what they do, they just keep analyzing your data. They just keep mining your data. So this is something like, no, when you mine coal, yeah, in the coal mining you keep mining, and sometime what happens, sometime you get some precious stone just like diamond. In the same way, in case of data science or data analysis, what we do, we keep analyzing our data. We keep analyzing our data, and sometime, somewhere, we get some precious information, and that information is going to help us out to attain our business objective. Yeah. And just to, support this, I'll show you one example. And this was the case study of the Walmart. This one. I think this one. Yeah. Yeah, everyone, I'll appreciate if you just read these 3 lines. Yeah. And you can see here it has been written that the legend says that a study was done by retail grocery store. The findings were that men between 30 to 40 years in age, shopping between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Fridays, who purchased diapers were most likely to also have beer in their carts. This motivated the grocery store to move the beer aisle closer to the diaper aisle, and with boom bang, an instant 35% increase in sales of both. Yeah. So first of all, my question to you all, do you think that the relation between an alcohol and the diaper is common? Please answer, everyone. Do you think that is this common? That there's a relation between a beer and the diaper? Obviously not. Yes, obviously not. But while analyzing this relationship, while discovering this relationship, what they did, they just kept both together. Yeah. And they witnessed 35% increase in sales of both. Now, can anyone tell me, while finding out the association between a diaper and the beer, what was those another factor? Because of that, you got increase in the sales of both. Anyone? What was the another factor? Yeah. Alice. Anyone? Raif? Shivam? Any idea? All right. So can I say that the first thing is that they found the men between 30 to 40 years in age. Why between 30 to 40 years in age, everyone? Why between 30 to 40 years in age? Because this is the age when people will have kid. One factor. Another is what? Why shopping between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m.? Anyone? Why this time only?
I think that's they are coming from there.
Work. After
Yeah.
work.
Yes, after work. And why on Fridays?
Holiday.
Yes. So somewhere, they may want to chill out, and that's why, just to fulfill the domestic requirement, they were just having some personal wish also. So why I'm talking about it? See, this is the finding they got only for the Fridays. It doesn't mean that in the rest of the day people were not coming. It doesn't mean that in the rest of the day, customer won't not visiting. But when they keep analyzing, they got some clue, they got some information, and on the basis of that, my dear friends, can you see here, 35% increase in sales of both, which is huge, which is huge. Yeah. So it means your client will be expecting somewhere that you should come up with certain unique logic. You should be come up with certain unique ideas. Why? Because that is going to help them out to attain their business objective. Yeah. So it was the Walmart case study, and I tell you that here again the role of data science come into picture. Yeah. So basically, one algorithm that is called as market basket analysis that comes here into picture. So my intention is what? My intention is just to let you know that if you will think just like a common person, like, if you say to your client that, my dear clients, do you know what? If somebody purchases a toothbrush, he will purchase toothpaste also. So yes, there is association between this, but somewhere it is not going to help the client to raise their business, to grow their business. So that is why our intention is to analyze data in such a way that we should get some unique, idea, and that idea is going to help them out to attain their business objective. Yeah. So again, I'll go to my slide, and yeah. So when it comes to the entire hierarchy, so yes, my dear friends, you can see here that first of all, the super set of all the concept is what? AI. So when we are talking about the AI, then yes, it is having data analysis, data science, machine learning, deep learning, reinforcement learning, and yes, nowadays generative AI. Yeah. And probably, yes, we will discuss them. We'll discuss them concept wise, because here I tell you that what is the USP of this skill reservoir, that we are not into rush to complete the courses. We are not into rush to complete the syllabus until unless the logic is not clear, until unless the concept is not clear. So this is why when we'll be working on it, we'll be maintaining the hands-on. We'll have the hands-on to work upon. Yes, and not only this, see, that I'll make sure that, let's say, on a particular concept we are working upon. For example, we're working upon the K-means clustering. Yes. For example, I'm just working on the K-means clustering. Yep. And so what I'll do, first we will do together. First example, first implementation using Python, we will be doing together. And second example, I'll be giving to you all, and you will be doing implementation of it. See, why we make sure it? Because what happens, guys, you all are working people. Yeah, you may or may not get some time. But yes, until and unless you are not comfortable with this topic, then somewhere our effort is waste. That's why what we do, one hands-on, we do together. Another, we make sure that you should work in front of us. And guys, to be very frank and honest, until unless you will not be supporting on this. Support in terms of what? Support in terms of that, if I'm saying that, okay, this is the business problem, one we have worked upon, this is the second business problem, you guys have to work upon, and wherever you face challenges, do let us know. Do let me know right now, right away. Yeah. So until you'll not be working on that part, the things is not going to be clear. So yes, for that purpose, we're following this strategy. Somewhere we are just doing a kinds of hands-hold so that you can reach to your destination. Yeah. And I tell you guys that whenever we'll be doing analysis, probably, and not probably, we are going sure shot, we are going to follow these 4 stages of analytics. Yeah. We are going to follow these 4 stages of analytics. Now, again, here, if I just ask you, what is analysis, everyone? What is analysis? Can anyone tell me what is analysis? Any idea? Yeah.
A deep study.
Okay, so the answer is study, all right? Anything else, ma'am, you want to add here?
Tools, the tools that you use.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Reviewing of the information what is given with certain objective to find something and reach to some particular finding, and come or drive something out of it.
Ultimate one. I really appreciate this answer. Anything else from anyone else? Yes, my dear friends, anyone else who want to add something here?
It could be it's like a detailed examination of any data been given for, let's say, like, if it's complex data or something, and you try to understand it more deep down. It's kind
All
of
right.
examination of the data.
Okay. Fine. So examination somewhere. The nutshell is examination, isn't? Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. So first of all, again, please quick. Just wanted to have a quick information. My slide is visible to you all.
Yes.
Oh, thanks. So everyone, so everybody is somewhere intended to say, make me correct if I am wrong. Can I say that analysis means I have certain question in my mind and I want to get answer of these questions. Can I say it?
It makes sense.
Yeah. So why I'm telling it? Because it means somewhere when we are following this stage, why I'm telling it as a stage? Because this will be sequential. We will go to the diagnostic only the moment we would have covered this descriptive. We would go to the predictive only when we would have covered the diagnostic. When we will go to the prescriptive only when we have covered the predictive. So when we're talking about this descriptive analytics, so here the question that comes into our mind is what has happened or what is happening right now. So my dear friends, if this question is coming in your mind, it means somewhere you are into descriptive analytics. Yes. And if somewhere you want to do RC of it, you want to do root cause analysis of it, that why it has happened, why is it happening? So when you are trying to get answer of this question, it means you are into the diagnostic analytics. And yes, when the same situation and scenario will persist, when the same situation and scenario will be there, then what will happen in future? What will happen in future? So somewhere you are doing the predictive analytics. And obviously, this prediction is going to give you certain kind of, plan. This predictive analytics is going to give you even certain kind of futuristic problem, rather I'll say. So obviously, you would like to have a control on this futuristic problem. So what you will do, you will again start doing analysis just to list out certain solutions. So the moment you do some analysis just to get some solution, that is called as prescriptive analytics. Yeah, this is called as prescriptive analytics. And my dear friends, again, I'm telling you, whatever problem exists in this planet, if you want to analyze it, then yes, you will have to go through with these 4 stages of analytics. Now, if you go in the first 2 stages, if you go in the first 2 stages, then your profile could be what? Your profile could be data analyst. Your profile could be business analyst. Yeah, that means if I talk about these 2 roles, so somewhere you are into this descriptive and diagnostic, you are into the what has happened or why it has happened. And when you go in the last 2 stages, when you go in the last 2 stages, then obviously your profile could be what? Your profile could be ML engineer. Yes, and somewhere, not only this, if you work on all these four stages, if you work on all these four stages, then your profile will become data scientist. Yeah, then your profile will become data scientist. All right. And yes, let's say you have a, a I can say deep knowledge in a particular domain. For example, let's say you have spent your, let's say, 10 year of experience you have in the healthcare. And now you know about the data analysis, you have known about the flora and fauna of each tools that we can use to analyze our data. Then yes, you can become the healthcare analyst, where you are applying your domain knowledge and you're incorporating it with the model tools that are used for data analysis or data science. It means when you will have the knowledge of this, and in addition to this, if you have the knowledge of any particular domain, then yes, you can become a domain analyst. Yeah. So why I'm talking about it? Why I'm talking about it? Because see, these are the four stages that you have. This is the one curriculum that we are going to provide you. And on the basis of this curriculum, you can apply as a data analyst, you can apply as a business analyst, you can apply as a data scientist, as well as ML engineer. Yes. And my dear friends, if you have somewhere the knowledge of the big data, if you have somewhere the knowledge of the big data, then I make sure that you can also apply for a data engineer. Yes, so you can see here that one course is there and 5 to 6 different profile where you can test your luck, where you can apply for the job. Make sense, everyone? Yeah. Another thing. So can anyone tell me who will get more salary? Data analyst or data scientist? This is my another question. Who will get more salary, data analyst or data scientist?
I think data science.
Yes. Why? Because they are having more responsibility in comparison to a data analyst. Yeah. So that is why, this is my one of the favorite slide for my learners, because it somewhere clears the picture of what you are going to work and what kind of job you're going to get. Make sense, everyone? Yeah. So meanwhile, if you have any question, you can just knock me and we can discuss. So far, any question from anyone? Yeah. Okay. So yes, we have talked a lot about this data science. When we're talking about that, what are the different components of this data science? So I tell you that we will talk about them in detail. See here, one thing I tell you, that this one, this, and this. Yes, this is our job. This is our job to, somewhere inculcate this into your mindset. But communication skill, yes, will be somewhere helping you out to, work on resume, wherever you will have interviews. Yes, we will be helping you out that how to face the interview. But when we are talking about this, then yes, you have to inculcate this. And obviously, this team player will again be, already you all are professionals, then you know how to do it. But still, if you are the fresher, that I know a person that there is no anyone here, but as still, if you are the fresher, so yes, the moment you will work on the projects, the moment you will be working on the capstones, so working with other people, surely you are going to learn that how to work as a team. And my dear friends, I tell you that even if you would have worked on 2 projects, trust me that you can answer 70 to 80% of any interview question without going to the internet, without referring to the any particular resources. because you have faced the challenges, because we have gone through with all the phases that we exactly try to work upon. Yeah. So yes, let's say it may also happen that in interview, your interviewer may ask that which methodology, which procedure you have followed. So my reference is at that time, you guys have to answer that we have followed CRISP-DM methodology. You have followed CRISP-DM methodology where cross industry standard process for data mining. Yeah. And I tell you actually, this will have 6 stages. This have 6 stages. One, that is business understanding. Then this data collection and the data, this data collection, this is the second stage. And then this data pre-processing and data exploration, this is going to be a third stage. And yes, the fourth stage is going to be the modeling. Fifth is your model evaluation, and the sixth is deployment. So I tell you that the moment we start modeling from here, your machine learning will start. Yep. And the deployment means final handover to the client. So in that case, we are going to deploy a model using Python Flask. And my dear friends, the moment these all 6 stages would have been completed, trust me, your course have been completed. Yeah. So whatever we are going to work, somewhere we are going to roam around these 6 stages. Yeah. And one thing I'll not forget to tell you, that whenever we work on any data science project, whenever we want to work on any data analysis, then until unless we are not clear with the objective, we are not clear with the business objective, we may be on the wrong track. Yes, in 90% cases, your client is going to give you the business objective along with the business problem. Sometime you will be helping your client to let him understand that what is his business objective. Yeah. So, so here somewhere the client will have certain business problem, and on the basis of that, you will be going to help them out that exactly what could be the business objective over there. Whether you want to maximize profit or the maximize sales or minimize customer churn, maximize customer satisfaction, so on, so forth. Yeah. So let's take one example, guys. Let's say, you have one of the, banker as your client, and let's say they meet you and you're working as a data scientist. Now he's saying that, you know what, my data scientist, that significant proportion of customers who take loan in our bank are unable to pay. Significant proportion of customers who take loan, they are unable to pay. So my question to you all, if this is the business problem, then according to him, what do you think? What could be your business objective? What could be the business objective here? Any idea? Any guess?
To identify those customer who are unable to pay, so that the loan cannot be given to them.
Okay. So, sir, whoever is taking loan and they're not paying, in banking terms, what do you call them?
Non-performance.
Yes, non-performer or defaulters, loan defaulters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, as a banker, what will be your objective? So, first you have said now, identify defaulters or non-performer. Yeah. What could be the another objective?
To check the credit history.
Yeah. So see, checking the credit histories, somewhere the process you will apply to work on your business objective. Can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's say I'm just writing here, minimize defaulter. Yeah. So just to minimize even defaulter, what you will do? You'll first of all check their credit history. Yeah, and their CIBIL. So these are some process that will be helping you out to attain your business objective. What could be the next? Yeah. Let's say I'm saying maximize profit. Can I say it? Yeah. So let's say these are the objective that they have. Now, as a data scientist, what you suggested to the banker that let's do one thing: stop giving loan to the customers. Neither you will give loan, nor you will have NPA. Yeah, nor you will have NPA. So my question to you all: is it valid suggestion?
No, no, no.
No,
No. Why?
you still need to make profit.
Yeah, because that the interest that bank will be getting, that is their profit now. Okay. So it means whatever is the reason, but somewhere the bank is not going to compromise with the profit. Yes. So any business objective to which you cannot compromise, that is called as business constraint. That is called as business constraint. Yeah. This is the basic difference between your objective and constraint. So business constraint is again an objective, but yes, that is very crucial objective to which you will never wish to compromise with. So why I was telling it, because until you're not clear that what exactly you want to attain, yeah, the things will not make sense. Yeah. So any questions so far from my dear friends? Any question? All right. So when we will be learning this data analysis and data science, and as I've said to you that I, as a trainer in Skill Revo, we will be, I'll be, I'll be discussing the data science, machine learning, AI, generative AI. Yeah. And yes, in that case, we will explore this machine learning in detail. Yeah. And again, when we talk about the machine learning, so yes, we'll be talking about the unsupervised learning, where somewhere we'll be trying to discover the pattern, discover some relationship between the data, while in the supervised, we'll be talking about the predictions. Yeah. And in the reinforcement learning, somewhere how the agent is going to, learn from the environment to make itself expert. And I tell you that this reinforcement learning is somewhere the foundation concept for the Gen AI. Yeah. So that's why, yes, we'll be talking about this reinforcement also in a very, logical and detailed manner. Now, if I just ask about the industrial applications, so yes, I cannot say that these four sectors are only where we can talk about the industrial applications. My simple nutshell submission is that wherever there is data, any industry that is maintaining the data, there is a scope of data science. There is a scope of data analysis. There is a scope of business analysis. Yeah. Be it the finance sector, be it the healthcare, e-commerce, IT, stock market. And nowadays, you'll be surprised that even the publishing house, yeah, even all the sectors are using the application of the data science so that somewhere they can attain their business objective. Yeah. Okay. So again, as I've said to you that this machine learning will be talking in detail when we will discuss in the class. Yeah. Now, obviously, there are two kind of learner. There are two kind of learner. One who are already, working in the industry, but not in the data science, and somewhere they want to transit this themselves into data science. Another who want to start their career from the data science. Yeah, that means why? Because yes, nowadays this is a buzzword. Not only the buzzword, yes, if I talk about the opportunities, so most of the opportunities are somewhere into this field only, directly or indirectly. Yeah, but and the beauty of this particular concept, the particular course, is that it is not limited to the IT people only. It is not limited to the people who are having the knowledge of the computer. Basically, this is for who think analytically. Yeah, this is for whom that whatever they get as an outcome, they want to explore it on the five bases: what, why, when, where, and how. So if you are, whenever you get any result, you explore in this way, then yes, for you this course is most suitable course. Yes. Another thing, if I talk about the skill, so yes, here, whatever skills we are talking about, be it the programming, the fundamental of statistic, modeling, visualization. So our curriculum have been designed in such a way that yes, you're going to learn it very effectively the moment you will start learning. Yeah. And yes, we are not only here to, let's say you're working on any problem and you got some result. That's it. So my dear friends, this is not a mathematics class where you simply solve the questions and get the answer. That's it. No. Whatever answers you are getting, how that is very in line with the problem statement. So when you will start explaining it, somewhere can I say that you'll be able to do the storytelling? Yeah. If I'll say that, okay, just submit this as a part of your assignment. So obviously you'll be writing each and everything. So you'll have some idea of the reporting. And when I'll say that, okay, please let me know that how you have done it. Yes, you will have the presentations. So somewhere, these are the certain skills to which we have targeted that will be inculcating this into our learner. If they do have, that's our fortunate. But if we don't have, then don't worry. Don't be in fear. We are going to inculcate this by having a rigorous discussion on the outcome, by having a rigorous discussion on the process that you guys have to follow. Yeah. So, right now, whatever questions you have, like how does the job market look like for us? Yep. What does top talent in this area look like according to a leading business? Or how we will be finding out the right company to work for? Yeah. How we can market ourselves? So whatever questions you have, guys, yes, we have given the answer in this slide, as well as what I'll say, only one thing we require. One thing required from your side, that is keen to learn and the curiosity. Keen to learn and the curiosity. And nowadays, as I've said to you, that there's no any particular company for the data science. Whatever company exists in the planet, there is a requirement for the data scientist over there. There's a requirement of a business analyst. There's a requirement of the, data analyst over there. And you will be surprised that 45% out of the total requirement is of data scientist or any profile related to this field. Yeah. So this is why, guys, your all answers are only one, that is start learning and grab the opportunity. And don't believe in my words, to be very frank and honest. Don't believe in my words. Just go to any job consultancy website. Yeah. And you will find out that the most prominent, the most effective profile that you'll be seeing over there, when I'm saying effective, in terms of what? In terms of the salary, in terms of the opportunities, and in terms of the white collar job. So that will be offered only in this domain. It may be, like a data scientist or the ML engineer or the AI engineer or the data analyst. So you can see here that somewhere, when I've shown you the top 7 out of this one, this one, this one, and yes. So out of the 7, can you see here that the 5 are related to your curriculum, related to the domain in which you are going to learn upon. Yeah, and this is the statistic that I'm showing you. It was taken from the gulftalent.com. Yeah, so this is the the statistic that I'm showing here for the Middle East. In the same way, if we'll go in the US, so yes, these are the some states where we'll be getting a lot of opportunity. I'm just showing only these 4. That doesn't mean that the opportunities are only lying in these 4 cities or the states. Whatever state is there, if there's a company, there's a role for there's a option for the data scientist, or any again I'll be telling you that any profile associated with this skill set. Yeah, so in nutshell, I'll tell you only one thing, that if you have not started to learn, yes, start learning. Yeah, and don't limit yourself to whatever you learn in the class. You just do on your own research also. And if you're stuck anywhere, if you face any challenges, then I, as a trainer of yours, will be finding fortunate to help you out. Yes, so you can see here that n number of profiles are there, and the course is single. The single course you're going to work, and at least you can apply for 5 to 6 profiles. So with this word, I'll just stop here, and I'll be calling Bidhan sir for this. But before that, my dear friends, if you have any question to whatever I have discussed, please let me know. I'll appreciate for your questions. Anyone?
Hi, Upandra. This
Yeah,
is
hi.
Soumyadeep.
Yeah, hi, Somadev.
I work as a big data analyst uh, for the last 4.5 years. So,
Mm-hmm.
my question to you in regards to this curriculum, will you be also looking into any cloud technology? Because most of the model training in the industries is done on cloud, be it GCP, AWS, or Azure.
Uh,
So, uh, are you going to give any overview of that, or it will
Soumyadeep,
be?
I tell you very frankly that the cloud is the another vertical in which we are providing the training. Yes, but in this curriculum, cloud have not been incorporated. But what happens the moment our learner work on the capstone, then the deployment helps. So for that deployment part, if they want to deploy it on cloud, then yes, we help them. We help them. Yeah, either they want to deploy on the local machine, but still, we just push them that okay, please deploy this model on the cloud also, so that at least you could have the knowledge of the flora and fauna of the Azure or the SageMaker or GCP. But yes, if you talk about the classroom learning, so yes, there is no any model here related to the classroom learning for the cloud technology.
So, what all are you going to cover in deployment stage?
See, in the deployments, what will happen that you will have your model. Yeah, how you are going to automate it, how a new so somewhere uh, a form will appear. Let me use the another ink. So let's say a form will appear. Yep, you'll be filling all the values, and then the moment you will click on the predict, it will be doing prediction for the factors whatever have been given here. This particular thing, either you can implement through a local host, or you can implement through a cloud. So somewhere I can say that the final outcome of your model, and finally how you're going to use this model for the unseen data. So that demonstration you can use either related to the cloud or for the local host. But yes, most of our learner work on the deployment for this on the cloud. Yeah. So this was my answer. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah. So
Okay.
on the deployment on the cloud technologies, you are going to help us on which services to use, be it SageMaker or Azure or anything
Yeah. So
like.
somewhere the moment you would have worked on the capstone, your model is ready. You want to deploy it. So we'll be helping you out that if you want to deploy it on the cloud, then how we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone
Hello?
else? Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, doctor.
Hi. Yeah, I have two questions. Are you going to
Yeah,
cover
please.
the ML ops in the deployment? This is my first question.
No, the MLOps is not going to be covered here. Basically, the
Okay.
entire curriculum has been intended related to the data science.
Okay. And
Yeah.
my second question related to generative AI. Are we going to develop Gen app application using, for example, LangChain or something like this?
In the GenA, yes, we'll be building our LLM models. We'll be using the concept of the LangChain over there. We'll be using the concept of the RAG over there. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Subir sir, you want to add something?
Yes, I just wanted to introduce. I have one of my esteemed, one of the person learner who has joined is Mr. Naseem Pasa, sir.
All right.
So welcome. I mean, he was late because he was driving towards his home, but he is joined because so that's why I actually raised my hand.
Okay. Hi,
So
Mr. Pasa.
yes, please.
So anyone else? Do you have any question?
Hello.
Yes, yes, Mr. Shah. Yeah.
Yes. Hello. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. Actually, I was not able to join the session at the beginning, so I missed a lot of information, perhaps. My very basic question is what I understand that to follow this course, we
Mhm.
must have some background of mathematics and statistics. What if
Uh,
the
Mr. Shah, I'll
attendee
make
doesn't?
yes. See, the if you have the background or if you have the knowledge of those statistics, it will be better. Otherwise, the curriculum have been designed in such a way that whatever mathematic concepts that are very important to know, we have inculcated them in the
Okay.
curriculum itself. So that is included.
Okay, so it wouldn't be that much challenging to follow the codes, right?
Yes, there will
Having
be
said
no
that,
challenge. There will be no challenge related to that
okay, okay.
mathematics.
The
Yeah.
other question is from your explanation and the question and answer session, I do have some understanding that it is going to be a training session, learning by doing kind of
Yes.
approach,
Yes.
right? Will be
Yes.
following, right? Not only just lecture or things
No, no,
like
no,
that.
no, no, no.
Okay, okay,
25% theory,
okay.
75% will be working together.
Yeah. Why I'm asking all this, perhaps, I got some kind of phobia in learning new things, but I'm very much optimistic to actually explore in this, buzz area of the world that people are talking about, the data science and so on. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank you so much. I got my answer from you, and I think that that's enough for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. Yeah. So anyone else? Any question? Otherwise, I'll just invite Bidhan sir to take this call.
One last question. Are you going to put the PowerPoint in the learning material or in the platform?
I'll be providing the learning material in the LMS as well as uh, when the live session will be going on. In the same time, also I'll be providing the same learning material as well as if anything
Thank
will be needed, then I'll be providing them also.
you very much.
So the
Thank
same learning material will be available on the LMS as well as I'll be providing in the live session also.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
so Upinder sir, I mean, obviously, yes, as Dr. Olive, Upinder sir said that LMS would be available, no
Mm.
doubt about that, plus as well as the live session. And on top of that, as we have created we'll be creating a WhatsApp group, plus as you know that we have our mentors also. So you can always connect with our mentors for a one-on-one discussion in case you have any doubt. And in case the mentors are not able to, deliver the same thing, sir is available, Upinder Tiwari sir is available or Mr. Sen sir is available. Always feel free to ask the questions. And as you know my number also, you can always get in touch with me.
Yes. Yeah,
Sure.
thank you for the support. If you can provide us with the material before the session so we can prepare and so on. Yeah.
Yes, we have already shared into the drive to you. You have to check that once. In case you haven't received that, do let me know about the same thing. I will ask the team to get in touch with you and we'll share you all the details to you. For
Dr.
sure.
Ali, sorry, Subir, to just
Yeah,
take
yeah,
this call.
please,
Yeah.
please.
So, Dr. Ali, I tell you that the moment the session will start, we are going to follow this concept. That let's say we are going to discuss topic X in the next week. So before that, you should have that material in your hands so that you can use them as a pre-read. Yeah. And
Yeah.
after the topic, we'll have certain assignments, we'll have certain materials that you can take them as a post-read. Yeah.
What about the duration of the whole course, please?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, Subir sir, please take this call.
May I know, I mean, is it Mr. Haq is asking? Saiful Haq?
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I would actually appreciate that we have various program. So generally, if I talk about the program, like a kind of a small program, that is around 2.5 months maximum. But yes, if I talk about the program that is for generative AI, advanced AI, or maybe data analytics and advanced, Gen AI, this should at least take around 6 months time. And
All right.
see again, as Upinder sir said that we are not in a hurry to rush the batch because a lot of, I don't want to demean any training academy, but what we follow a compliance is that as soon as the learners are able to understand, in case they have a single doubt, also we have our mentors so that we can then and there we can stop the session and we can do a lot of peer learning session, which can actually get involved with the proper learning methodology, because
Uh-huh.
getting certificate is not the major important thing, right?
Yeah,
Saiful sir,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So to know the concept about the learning is very, very important thing. So I have already shared my number. You can save this number. This is my personal number.
All right.
You need to add a +91 +7303 200 211. You can
Okay.
drop a text message to me directly. I will get in touch with you and I will more than happy to help you out.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Shubi.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. You're welcome.
Thank
So I hope now I should invite my friend Mr. Bidhan just to take this call. Should I do that, everyone, or do you have any other question?
That's fine from me.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Yeah, so Vidhan sir, are you there?
Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
Upendra, for the wonderful presentation. And good morning, everyone. So my
Good
name is
morning.
Bidhan Sen, and I have been teaching this data analytics courses from last 7 years. I have worked across various organizations. Amazon was my last. So I'll be taking you people through the journey of all the data analytics tools that we use in the real time. So probably you people might have heard about Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Advanced Excel, Python, and statistics. So I take care of all these tools. Now, people, before we go ahead with the tools, I just want to start the session with the basic understanding of data, since most of our tools are centric around data, right? So I would want to learn it from you people. When you hear this word data, right, what comes to your mind?
Collection of
Well,
information.
oh, well, yeah, data actually, yeah, as our colleague said, collection of information is like kind of bulk of information gathered, every day, out of our daily transactions, which may not be that much of meaningful that requires further processing.
Okay, so thanks for the answer. Collection of information. That's great. So can we have answers from other people as well?
I mean, any piece of information, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So 1 second. People, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see that you are annotating right now. So,
Okay, good. So let me take some example, right? So all of us know in the real world data that we receive, right? The data in the real world is not clean. So we try to clean the data and make sense out of it. So I'm just going to write few names and few numbers. Okay. So if you see on my screen, I have got few names, I have got few numbers. So we all know that, right? This is data. So when I define data to someone who has not heard this term, I simply say them data is nothing but raw facts, right? Now, if you all look at my screen, so when we talk about raw facts can be anything, right? It can be a name, it can be a number, it can be any date. Now, if you look at my screen, and if I ask you a simple question, when you look at this data, does this data make sense to you?
No.
Everyone?
No, no, not at all.
Okay. Okay. So let me do you a favor now. Let me try to put this data in this form. Okay. What about now, people? Does it make sense? Does it make sense now?
Yeah, slightly better. If
Okay.
we say if you say like Nokia is a 2018
Okay.
model, yeah.
So it's still hazy, right? It's still
It
hazy,
is,
right? So we are
yeah,
still
yeah.
guessing what are these numbers.
Mm.
Okay. Let me try to organize this a bit more. Okay. What about now, people? What about now?
Better, could be better.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
More
So
better.
it's like the riddle, right? So we have collated all the parts, but still there is one thing which is missing. Now, if I ask you in general, most of you have worked with Excel sheets some or the other day in your professional career, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is missing in this data, people?
The header.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So if I just add a header to this, right? So if I just add a header, year when founded and revenue. Now, the moment when I add headers to this data starts making sense to me. Correct? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the difference from the data that I had earlier and now that the data that you see on the screen?
This is actually organized in a more presentable way, and also it has some values, that actually indicates the performance. So it's become more meaningful than that we had previously.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll just take one word from this, organized, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
in the early stage, the data that we had, right, that data was messy.
Let's see.
Now,
Yeah.
in the real world, right, people, since we are working with all this data domain tools, right? So in the real world, the data will be in the same form. The data will be messy, but it is on us to organize the data, because once you organize the data, it will start making sense to us. Now, since the data is organized, I'm just going to ask you simple question. Now, my first question to you people is, tell me the company which was founded at the earliest.
I think that's Motorola 1992.
Apple. Okay, so the alignment issue is there. Okay, tell me the name of the company which was founded recently.
Nokia.
Okay, good. Okay, tell me the company which has generated the highest revenue so far.
Nokia.
Okay,
Samsung.
Nokia, right? 128 million.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me the company which has generated the lowest revenue so far.
Apple.
Motorola. Okay, Motorola, right? The third one, 100 million.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now the last question: what is the average revenue generated by all the companies? So all
Uh,
of you have heard the term average. Some people also
yeah,
call it as mean, right? So it is sum
yeah.
up all the revenues divided by 5, correct?
Mm.
Okay. Now people, you are able to answer these 5 questions, right? In terms of data analytics, we say them as insights. So what did we do? We have generated insights from this data. Now, this was only possible because this data is organized. So this is what we as data analysts or data scientists do in our daily workday. We extract the data. So there is a process which is followed in the industry called ETL, where E stands for extract, where you get to extract data from different sources. Then you try to transform the data, or in simple terms, you organize the data, and then we load it across different platforms or different tools, and then we generate insights. Okay. Now, what did we do? From this data, we have generated insights, right? Many people say data and information are same thing, but no, people, data and information are not one and the same. Information is something that we derive from the data. Does that make sense? Everyone?
Yeah, right. It makes sense. Right.
Information is something that we derive from the data. Now, once we have got our insights from the data, we try to share these insights with our stakeholders, right? Your stakeholders can be anyone depending on the company that you work for. If you work for a service-based company, it can be your clients. If you work for a product-based company, it can be your senior management. Now, there are different tools that we use to share the insights, or we create the insights through different tools. Now, since I take care of all the BI tools, the tools that we cover are Excel, we cover Tableau, we cover SQL, we cover Power BI, and we cover Python. So all these tools will make your life easy in organizing the data and making sense out of it. Now, all these tools are called modern tools because they cater to all the needs in today's world. So if you see, there is a data people that, 95% of the data that we have in the world now has been generated only in the last 4 years. And since the size of data is increasing every single day, obviously when there is a huge increase in data, every company would want someone who is expert in analyzing the data. That is where we fit in, and that is where we come as an institute to equip you with all the important skills that will make you most valued in every industry. And today is a time, people, where no industry can exist without a data team. So when we say data team, there are different components. We may have data engineering team, data science team, data analytics team, data analyst team, and the business analyst. But every company will have a data team. And keeping in mind, the more and more data that is going to be generated in the next decade, we should be market ready to capture those opportunities. Okay. So does that motivate you people in learning all these tools?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'll just try to share my screen with one of the PPTs that we have. Okay. Now, the insights that we got, people. Now, most of you are not from this background, but tell me, people, was it easy for you to make these questions seemingly very interesting for you to answer and understand this data very easy, right? Because someone asks, right, do you have any prerequisite? No, the only prerequisite that we expect from you people is your curiosity to learn. That's all. And rest, we are there in place, to make you expert in the tools. So this is the only field, people, which demands very less to minimal programming language. Most of these skills that we require is, good observation skills, because mostly as, machine learning experts, data science engineer, data analysts, we should be good storytellers, because at the end of the day, it is our job to tell people the story that is hidden inside the data. Now, just to move ahead with these insights, I'll try to show you the same data in form of visual, okay? In form of visual. On my y-axis, I just have revenue, and on my x-axis, I have this name of the companies.
I don't see your presentation actually, what you are now.
Okay, no, I'm still on my notepad. I'm still on my notepad. We will move to the presentation. We'll move to the presentation in a moment. Okay. And we have Samsung. Now, people, I'm not showing you the numbers, right? The same data that we had in this table, I'm trying to show it in form of a visual. And now if I ask you this question, just looking at this visual, can you answer me this question? Which company has generated the highest revenue?
We can do that, but because it's the volume of data is very less, but when it's a huge volume of data, then certainly it's going to be difficult, no?
Okay, so this visual has nothing to do with the huge volume of data. Now, the only thing that I haven't shown to you on this visual is the numbers. But still, when you don't see the numbers, you can still answer this question: which company has generated the highest revenue and which company has generated the lowest revenue? Just looking at the length of the bar, right? If you just look at the length of the bar, for the company whose length of the bar is greatest, it has generated the highest revenue, and for the company whose length of the bar is smallest has generated the lowest revenue. So we can answer these two questions just looking at the length of the bar. Right, people? Yes, no?
Yes, yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Okay. So now the last term that we use, right, BI, which stands for business intelligence. Any idea, people? Any idea? What does this term mean? Okay, so let me explain it to you
Yeah,
people.
it is a set of information which help to make
Okay,
a decision faster for any manager or any leaders. Okay, so
okay, fine.
it,
Okay, cool.
that was
So
the
let's
introduction.
say, okay, so that was a good definition. Now, for someone, who has just heard this term for the first time, I don't want to scare these people, this term looks a bit scary. Now, I consider BI as a black box, not the black box that, Adam said, right? So when you eat it, it is going to spread disease. No, this is a good black box, which has some magical abilities, which has magic when you pass data into it, right? When you just pass data into this black box, it gives you something called insights. It gives you something called insights. So this is, in simple terms, what a BI tool is. It has got some magical abilities. When you pass data into it, it gives us insights. And we use these insights to take business decisions. We see this data we see these insights to find out patterns, okay, and trends. Okay, people, does this definition look easy for all of you to understand? Okay, and so there is a simple, proverb given by Einstein, right? So if you don't explain to a 6-year-old very easily, it means you haven't understood the concept. So the understanding should be such crisp and clear that, when you explain it even to your kids or to a 5-year-old kid, he should be able to understand what data analytics is or what data science is. Okay, so let's move on to the slides, people. How business intelligence helps every industry. Like I said, right? So we have these insights. Based on the insights, we can find out the pattern that is hidden inside the data, or a trend that follows along a single data. Now, that is where, this data-driven decisions are taken. For example, I would just like to show the same thing with the help of an example, people. Let's say I take a simple chart. Okay, I take a simple chart. On my x-axis, I have year. On my y-axis, I have sales. Let's say this data is for an e-commerce company, right? And based on the data, these people have plotted a line chart. Okay, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. Correct? Now, let's say tomorrow you get job as a BI engineer, right? And after analyzing the data, you got a plot like this. Now, where would you like to focus? On what areas would you like to focus as a BI engineer or as a BI analyst? Any idea, people?
Yeah, we'll initially look at the average sales, and also we can look at our target itself, right? So that would give us a kind of scenario or a story that where we are heading, or what are the actually gap between the target and actual.
Okay, that is fine. That is fine. So when you try to create a sales comparison with respect to your target, that is a totally different analysis. I accept that. But when you look at this chart, people, so how would you read this chart as a beginner? You would see, right, from 2018 to 19, your sales have increased, then your sales have decreased, and the sales have increased again. The sales have decreased drastically in 2021. So as a BI analyst, your job would be to find out, when the sales have decreased, what would be the probable reasons for which the sales might have increased, right? Because when you present it to your stakeholders, you should tell them, okay, let's say, this is Amazon. Now, Amazon might have got so many bad reviews for some of the products due to which customers are not shopping in that particular month. There could be so many reasons. So we have to just focus on all the points, where the sales have decreased, because then only we will be able to find out the root cause, and we will be able to come up with a solution which will help this company increase their sales. Yes, no, people? Correct?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
So when we
absolutely.
plot the...
Absolutely right. You see the 2021 that shows there is a drastic. So we have to
Correct.
find out from the business point of view what were the causes, and then when it pick it up, what were the causes. So those are the two major things which we have to find it out.
Correct. So now when you find it is right, you will share your insights to your stakeholders, and what your stakeholders will do, they will take some decisions, right? What kind of decisions they would take? They may launch one more, Prime Day in the US, so that, or what they'll do, they see that, there are more returns coming for a particular set of categories of product, let's say electronics. So what they'll do, they will launch an electronic sale, 40 to 50%. And in that case, the sales might shoot up, right? There are so many ways. This is just one of the way, right? So how can you use the data to increase efficiency? And now most of the companies, how they use this competitive advantage, right? Let's say you are also a dealer selling phones, and there is one more dealer who is also selling phones, right? So what gives you edge over the other? So you can use data analytics to have inventory in demand. So right, in the US, so we have Black Friday sale. So you have data of all the phones getting sold on Black Friday for all the last 19 years. So what you can do, analyzing the data for the last 19 years, you can forecast the data now in 2025, what could be the projected footfall, right? So what you can do, you have analyzed the data, you can increase your inventory so that, even there are more and more customers coming in, you have enough stock to supply them, right, people? That is how it gives you edge over others who don't use data analytics. Make sense? Yes, no, people? Okay. Now, moving to the next. So we all know this is one of the most asked for roles in this century. So there is a high demand, right? And all of us know the average salary of any data-centric job in US is close to $85,000. Next, moving on to the next slide, people. So I have mentioned all the tools that we are going to study, right? In BI, mostly we start with Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and statistics. Even statistics plays a vital role in this industry. Okay. And I gave you a simple definition of what BI is. You might find so many definitions, but the simple definition was to consider this as a black box, which helps us in generating insights. Okay. And so how this BI process works. So we have data from different sources. We collect the data, we transform it, and we use different tools to generate insights and share it across our stakeholders so that they can take different decisions. So that is what we call it as ETL in simple terms. Now, when we study these tools in details, we will see how every component in ETL works. So just for your understanding, it is just extract, organize, and generate insights in simple terms. Okay. So it helps us in knowing your business, decision-making process, share information, real-time analysis. Many people also use this for share market trends, right? So that you have the data for a particular share from the last 52 weeks, and you can forecast the data, what is the share prices of Apple Private Limited going to win the next week. Okay, that is how we use it for real-time analysis. Okay, and prerequisite, this field is for anyone from any background. You don't need to have any prerequisite skills. Whatever is required, we are there to help you out with even the minute of the minute details that is required to excel in this course. Okay, and so if you look at the job profiles, people, every job profile will be different, right? So when you look at different openings in LinkedIn, every company has their own key responsibilities. So this is just generic. In general, you will be dealing with data, you will be using different tools, and you will be generating insights. Now, how you use the tools depend on different industries. Some industries may use Tableau as their visualization tool. Some industry may use Power BI as their visualization tool. Okay, so in a nutshell, you collect, organize, and load the data. And as I told you, people, at the end of the day, we are just storytellers, right? We tell story through data. And there are different use cases. So one use case that I can explain it to you people is Amazon, since I have worked at Amazon. Now, most of you, when you place order at Amazon and when you go for checkout, Amazon recommends you something, right? Let's say when you buy a phone, Amazon recommends you people who bought phone, also bought cases, also bought screen covers. Have you all seen this message when you check out on Amazon, people?
Yeah, you are right.
Okay. So how does Amazon do that? Or when you surf Netflix for, let's say, 1 month, right? Netflix starts recommending you certain kind of movies. Or how does Ola or Uber know the shortest route in the traffic? Correct. So these are all based on
behavior.
These are all
Behavior.
Yes,
understanding
these
the
are all
customer needs.
based on different algorithms, right? So at Amazon, they have something called market basket analysis. So they know, right, customer, if they're shopping for breakfast, if they're going to buy a bread, there are more chances likely that they're going to buy milk and eggs also. So they have huge amount of data. Same way Netflix use recommender system to recommend you movies based on your behaviors and trends, right? So these are different use cases in the industry that we come across in the daily usage, right? One such use was inventory stock. Okay. So when we deal with some projects, we'll see how these are going to help us. Okay. These are different dashboards, people. Now, talking about this salary thing, I told you, right? So the average salary in US starts from $85,000. It goes on. Again, it depends on your experience. Okay, so these are one of the major tools that we are going to study. Have you people heard about SQL before?
Yes.
Okay, so for people who haven't heard this SQL, let me tell you. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Now, most of us have used Excel, right? Most of us have used Excel. Now, all of you know, Excel is one of the oldest programming language in the world. Many people don't think Excel is a programming language, but it is because Excel has VBA in it, right? So which is nothing but a programming language. Now, in today's time, people, we all know when you look at Excel, right, it has 10 lakh 48,576 rows only. So which could only help you store, let's say, 300 MBs of data. But in today's time, when the size of the data is very huge, in that case, Excel cannot help you store data. In that case, we take help of databases. Okay. So databases can be considered as a container to store your data, which are in huge volumes. Now, many companies have their own database. Microsoft has its own database, MS SQL. Oracle has its own database. IBM has its own database. The one that we are going to study is MS SQL. Now, when you have data in the database, since database is a software and we need a language to communicate with the software, right? That language is your SQL. And it is one of the most important skill required for any data analyst. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? Yes, no, people?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the next tool that we have is Tableau and Power BI. So Tableau is owned by Salesforce. Power BI is again owned by Microsoft. So both of these are visualization tools, right? These are the modern visualization tools that we have in place. Okay. And there is one more skill, which is statistics, which we will be using it, like the question that I asked you about the average revenue, right? So all these tools are going to help us in our journey. So for BI, we will be having different lectures. Okay, so these are just mentioned in the slide. So we'll be studying all the 4 tools in details, people. Okay, so just for you people to go through, these are different small topics that are just there in the modules. Okay, so apart from the skills, we also help you with your resume overview and how are interviews conducted in the companies, what are the questions that you are going to face, the real time, and the challenges that you face in the project. So we will help you fold your resume in terms of an experienced one, because most of you will be coming from different background. But since we are all learning it, we should try to display our resume in a way that we are good data analysts. So we help you mold in that way also. Okay. And so that's all from my side, people. So I leave the forum open for you people to ask any questions. If you couldn't ask to Pinder, we can take a few questions before we end it.
How it is because the finally the outcome should be hands-on. So what is the you said that 70% will be sort of practical hands-on. That's correct, right? Understand, hands-on is very important.
Yes, yes. So let's say we are studying Power BI, right? So when I say Power BI, what we are going to do, we are going to take different data sets. So at the end, I'm just going to teach you how do you attack data, how do you clean it, and at the end of the day, how you use that organized data to generate insight. Same way, when you deal with SQL, when you have data in your database, how do you write real-time SQL queries to fetch data from the database? So these are all practical. So frankly speaking, people, this entire course has only 10 to 15% theory. Rest everything is just hands-on and practical application.
What about the Python? I mean, what would you cover in Python,
Okay,
please?
so in Python, when you talk about machine learning, there are two important packages which will help you with your data analysis journey. The first one is Pandas, and the second one is NumPy. Apart from that, it also has got few visualization libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn, because these are foundations before you move to your machine learning algorithms, right? So we will be covering both this.
Bidan, should I take this call?
Yeah, sure. I think Upendra would be the
Okay.
right person to
Yeah.
explain you about Python.
So, what we think that we'll be starting Python from scratch. In our perspective, we'll be taking, let's say that there are some people who may or may have worked earlier also in their routine life to work on Python. But yes, we'll consider that everybody is beginner in the Python. So we'll be starting the Python from scratch, and then we'll be moving gradually, and we'll reach to the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, just like Bidhan has said. So after completion of these libraries, then we'll start doing analysis using Python. So you can say that even we'll be starting from the scratch, and then we'll move till the whatever libraries and whatever concept are needed to let you understand that how the analysis or predictions can be done using Python. We're going to cover each and every aspects of this. I hope I've answered your question, Mr. Huck.
Yes, certainly. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, Subir sir, do you want to say anything?
No, I will just actually later on I would talk about something Tableau and Power BI, and then I will talk about the LMS part also.
Yeah, sure.
So that you know how Bhushan can take over the LMS part, and then like I mean, if I talk about the LMS is one of the most important thing, guys. So we'll help you out with the one-on-one session also with the LMS. Not to worry, we'll just go through the slides out here because a lot of people was not able to join today. So in case anyone do have any question, then or else like we can go with the LMS part.
I just have one question. Will
Sure,
be
please.
learning anything regarding the computer vision in the deep learning part?
So, Mr. Raif, actually, we have incorporated deep learning also over here. So, as a part of the computer vision, we'll be talking about the convolution neural network, and we'll be talking about the pre-trained models. So here I'm talking about the imagine models. So these are the things that we'll be covering as a part of the computer vision. And then we'll dive into reinforcement learning.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Mr. Raif, sir. I mean, you can always go through the curriculum, which I have shared already with you, and I believe on the group also we shared that. In case you have any still doubt, I mean, we can always come for a one-on-one session, and so that we can get in touch with that also. Apart from the live classes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Yes, anyone, any questions? Mr. Farooq Khan, Dr. Olid, then Naseem Processor.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Yes, one thing actually, I just wanted to understand, like in case anyone do have a doubt about like, as Naseem Processor, you have mentioned me that on a one-on-one chat. Do you want to ask that any question about that question, or because the trainers are available at the moment? Or do you want to have a one-on-one?
Okay, no, no, we'll talk one on one. Okay,
Sure, definitely. No
thank you very
worries.
much.
So can we say that yes, it's okay with that? All the questions and answers?
Yeah, so far so good.
All right. We'll also share the recording of this session so that the people who were not able to join and the people who are planning to join also, and maybe later on, they can at least go through an overview about the things before the starting of the first day of the class. And one more important thing is that I can see a lot of people like Alice. You have enrolled for a program, right? So in order to grow up your career, so you can always learn the secondary part of the program also, because that actually can give you a better edge, because you are on a starting phase of your career. And I do understand your personality and your energy is something like which you're really interested to learn the things on a very very good note. So I would appreciate you can always have a one-on talk with me again, and I would be more than happy to help you out, to give you career guidance. Okay. Yes. So Bhushan, can you please quickly run the LMS part, and then we can go ahead with the one-on session in case LMS required. Obviously, we have a group. We can.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Sure, please.
So,
Over to you. Before running this, we will be also doing this one-on-one. Not to worry about it, because that can actually really help you. But still, it would be an overview for that. Yeah, Bhushan, please share that.
yeah, sure. Uh, I hope my screen is visible to all. Is it
Yes, it
visible?
is. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will just take a quick tour for our LMS in which you are all learning material and the all e-programs will be there. So we will take a tour for that one. Okay. So firstly, in our website, there will be the in header part, there will be section for login and register. As you are already enrolled for this course, so you have to just directly go for the login part, where you have to put down your credential, like what is the username, email, and your password. And after that, you can just directly post it to next page. This is a sample one, a dashboard in which one user is there who's enrolled for two courses, and it will shows the information about that courses, like what is the enrolled course and active course. This kind of dashboard it will appear after the login. So there are different sections like dashboard, my profile, enroll course, and many more. And there is one bell icon also. There is a notification bell icon which will gives basically the notification related to the whatever the information it will update or the notification it will appear on that things. Okay, and then after clicking on the my profile, there will be the section for your, like as you are learner, so your information it will be present there, like what is the registration date, where you enroll that course, what is the name of your, what is your name, email, and any other details. And in notification there it will shows the notification related to the what's happening or what going to come. So all that notification will be shown from the notification bar. Okay, and after that there is a enroll courses. Basically it shows the whatever the course for which you have enrolled, it will show that courses. Okay, suppose currently there are two different courses is there. There is a pre-learning business intelligence and pre-learning for Python stack. These are the enroll course. Suppose you have enrolled for two multiple courses, so that all courses will appear on this screen. Okay, let's suppose we are clicking on one courses. Suppose that is a pre-learning for Python and stack. So if you will host it to the next page, which is something look like this one, where you will get the overview, curriculum, resources, question answer, and other options. Basically, for your courses, whatever the options and information is there, it will be appear on this page after clicking on that course page. Okay, that particular program. So it will firstly, for in first step, there is a overview, like how much percentage of your courses you have completed. That will shown on this overview page. And after that, in curriculum, there is basically it will shows the video lectures. What are the videos are present in that curriculum? It will shows you in your dashboards. Okay. So suppose there is a Python Python introduction with setup and other video lectures. So that all things will be appear on this curriculum sections. And then next, there is a resources. Whatever the material you have provided or supporting materials which is related to our courses. Suppose for Python, there is a Python data science handbook, Python for beginning. So all the blog posts or a PDF or any supporting material will be there. It will be update on this resources parts. You can easily access all that things through the resources sections. And after that, there is a question and answer section, which is basically if you have any doubts related to the topics or any query related to the module, so you can post directly through this one. Our instructor or mentor will be directly get solve that question for you. Okay. And after that, this is the instructor section, which will basically for the course who's teaching you that course, that instructor information, it will appear here. Okay. And after that, there is an announcement part, which basically whatever the announcement or upcoming event is going to come, so that all will be comes under this section, announcement part. So this is the kind of the sample which is present here, dear user. We are pleased to announce that our learning element. So such kind of any announcement will be there. So it will be appear on this announcement section. And this is one is the grade book. While you learning, you are going to solve multiple quizzes, multiple assignment. So for that, there is a one grade book, which is basically which gives us the results and whatever the you have done related to the quizzes and assignment. So for that, it will give the scores and grade. So that all things will be appear on this grade book. Okay. And then there is the quiz sections. This is basically whatever the upcoming quizzes or the quizzes which you have to complete, that will be present in this quizzes section. So you can directly check that one, you can solve that quizzes, and it will also shows the result, what is the status of that quizzes, whether you have passed or whether you have failed in that quizzes. That also it will shows in this my quiz attempts. And there is a question and answer sections. Here you can post that the section which we have seen in that our curriculum section, same like that it is also present. You can post the question and you will get the answer for that one. And there is a calendar. It basically for what? Suppose there is a one assignment is pending or there is a some due date for one assignment, so you can you will get a notification from this calendar, and you will also like there is deadline, what is the deadline for that assignment. So you will get information related to that through the calendar. And even for our like suppose there is a upcoming session, so that all things will be get info you will get notified through this calendar. And this is the setting is basically for your profile sections, which is basically you can set up your name, you can give your social IDs like GitHub, LinkedIn, and other social networking sites, and you can set up your profile like your profile and the cover pictures you can make here. And this is all about the our LMS part. This is the kind of the small tour, like it gives some basic introduction for our LMS. If you have any other doubts, if you just log in through this, you will explore many more things and you will easily get understand about all the things. So this is what about the LMS part. I hope you are
Yes.
like get some familiarity with this thing.
Not to worry, Bhushan. I mean, any help. I mean, anyone is needed at any point of time. Always get in touch with us so that we'd be more than happy to help you out, as I mentioned. And one more important thing, I would say that what exactly we tried to develop the same thing is that if I talk about I don't want to again talk about any other training academy, but if I talk about with us, we are open for 24/7, and we have allocated the learning. If I talk about the mentors, and in case even at a midnight, in case someone is actually looking for a help, we are more than happy to help you out. But the only thing is that you just need to book it before a few hours back, so that the person can be aware of it. And plus, this is one of our unique selling things. I would say that our USP. And the best part is that again, as I said, like peer learning we'll be having. And one more important thing, just wanted to reiterate that uh, if I talk about, we all have our LinkedIn profile, right? Maybe some of the people who are not also looking for the job, but they are into the businesses. But the LinkedIn profile is something like wherein the algorithm of LinkedIn work on a very, very excellent way. So what we do is also that we optimize the LinkedIn algorithm, and we understand that optimizing a LinkedIn algorithm makes a very, very important thing, and that can actually help a lot of businesses to come for the people who are into businesses, people who are looking for the job. That can help so that the right recruiters can see the open to work, and that can be visualized by the recruiter, and there is something called as a application tracking system these days. So the recruiters are not recruiting, they are churning out the data and they are filtering out the data. So it's for the people who are looking for a job, so that the recruiter can reach them. Obviously LinkedIn can help a very, very important role play. So we'll have a session on LinkedIn also during the entire training of our skills review. And any kind of question you have, always I am there. And one more important thing, I mean, everyone I believe do have my number at the moment. Mr. Haq sir, Mohammed Saiful Haq.
Uh, I couldn't see. Where did you send the?
Oh, okay.
I
I
saw
will
it,
let,
quick
I will
quick
let you know.
message, but then I lost it actually. I don't
No,
know
no
where
worries.
about of it.
Just tell.
Sorry about it.
No
Thank
issue
you
with
so
that.
much.
So do you have an Indian number or do you have a Middle East number?
I do have a Middle East number. I'll share with you. Yeah.
Sure. I'm sharing you this one again. I'll repeat that as 7303
Okay.
200
Yeah. Yeah.
211
Okay, I got it.
and
My
plus
one
91
is
is the country code.
yeah. Yeah. Just a minute.
You can just drop a text, WhatsApp message so that I can save your number. Okay. All right then. So it was an excellent session, and I believe that you people have loved the session, and you'd make more interesting session in the coming days. So looking for the best of the session.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for arranging this very nice session.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Farooq sir. You're welcome, Pastor sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.